Hi sir, good morning. My name is Kurt Tugan. My topic is all about Cavite Mutiny. What happened in the Cavite Mutiny? The year 1872 is an important moment in the Philippine history, marked by the Cavite Mutiny and the execution of three priests, Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, known as Gumburza. This event greatly impacted the Philippines Revolution later in the century. However, the event of 1872 are controversial because of different perspective found in primary sources. This lesson focuses on the Cavite Mutiny, which play a key role in awakening Filipino nationalism. Let's forward to the version 1. Jose Montero y Vidal. Jose Montero y Vidal, Spanish historian, wrote an account of the Cavite Mutiny of 1872. His version, viewed from a Spanish colonial perspective, described the mutiny as a planned attempt to overthrow Spanish rule in the Philippines. According to Vidal, the Cavite Mutiny is the uprising by Filipino soldiers and worked at the Cavite on January 20, 1872. The mutiny was part of a border conspiracy involving the Filipino clergy and local leaders to incite a national rebellion against the Spanish national colonial government. According to Vidal, the mutiny began with the ringing of church bell and the rising of a red flag at the Cavite Arsenal. Vidal's account emphasized the mutiny failure due to the lack widespread support the decisive action of the Spanish authorities. He argued that the event reinforced the power of authority of the Spanish colonial regime in the Philippines. And now, let's proceed to the version 2. Dr. Pardo de Tavera, as a Filipino scholar and historian. De Tavera's account emphasized the injustice and oppressive policies of the Spanish colonial government as the primary cause of the mutiny, portraying it as a localized incident rather than part of a widespread conspiracy. De Taveras described the Cavite Mutiny as a small localized uprising by a Filipino soldier and worked at the Cavite Arsenal on January 20, 1872. He argued that the mutiny was not a planned rebellion and overthrow the Spanish colonial government but rather as a reaction to intimidate, grievance, and abuse experienced by the mutineers. According to De Tavera, the primary cause of the mutiny was the sudden imposition of new taxes and the removal of long-standing privilege, such as an exemption from paying tribute and performing forced labor or polo y servicios. According to De Tavera, the ringing of church bell was misinterpreted by the soldier and worked as a call to arms. Let's forward to official report of Governor Rafael D. Izquierdo. Governor Izquierdo, the Spanish colonial government of the Philippines during the Cavite Mutiny in 1872. His account received the mutiny as a significant and dangerous insurrection that was part of larger conspiracy against Spanish rule involving both Filipino soldiers and the secular clergy. Governor D. Izquierdo report begins describing the Cavite Mutiny as well planned. Uprising that took place on January 20, 1872 at the Cavite Arsenal, he asserted the mutiny was serious threat to Spanish colonial authority organized by Filipino soldiers and who were disconnected with present government policy. D. Izquierdo described the mutiny as beginning with a coordinated attack led by Sergeant La Madrid who along with other Filipino soldiers side control as the Cavite Arsenal. The mutineers reportedly killed several Spanish officers and raised a red flag signaling a border uprising that the governor claims were supposed to spread to Manila and other provinces. And this is the additional. Edmond Plachut, a French journalism and historian, provided an account of the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 that offers an alternative perspective balancing between the Spanish colonial narrative and the Filipino viewpoint. An introduction to the event. Plachut introduced the Cavite Mutiny as a brief but significant revolt by Filipino soldiers and laborers at the Cavite Arsenal on January 20, 1872. Plachut argues that the serve reaction of the Spanish authorities backfired, ultimately contributing to the growth of Filipino nationalism and the demand and reforms. He suggests that the execution of Gumbursa in a particular become a rally point of Filipino intellectuals and reformists fueling the movement towards independence and revolution in the following decades. Plachut emphasized that the Cavite Mutiny, while a minor and perhaps even accidental uprising, played a significant role in shaping the course of Philippine history. He represents the mutiny as a turning point that exposed the deep-seated injustice of the colonial system and stimulated a new generation of Filipino leaders to seek greater authority and eventually independence. And this is remembering Gumbursa. The execution of Gumbursa had a profound impact of the rise of a Filipino nationalism. Their deaths resulting from false accusation become a symbol of resistance against Spanish colonial rule, influencing key figures such as Jose Rizal, who decided his novel El Filibusterismo to them, the Katipunan, a revolutionary group commemorated the Gumbursa and used their legacy as a symbol of resistance despite not having a national holiday. Their memory has been sustained through local observance, monuments, and stamp the centennial celebration and the installation of significance monument in 1972 continue the honor their contribute, reflecting their endurance legacy in the fight for the Philippines' independence and social reform.